Hello Team Zug, and today we're back with a very special video, or cursed video. So this is my anniversary video. Even though I'm a day late. Basically this is my anniversary for being on YouTube for 5 years. So I thought, why not make a video dedicated to one of my favorite YouTube series, Jimmy the Jinty, by reviewing my childhood customs of them. And let me tell you, they look pretty not so good. So let's get started. Here we are. First off, we have Jimmy. So, when I was like, how old was I when I made him? Okay, I made it back in 2000. I think I was 11. Yeah, I was 11 when I first made him. So, I really wanted a custom of Jimmy the Jinty really bad. So I took one of my spare Thomases right around, and I got a black permanent marker, and I just draw all the things black around it, and I showed it to my mom. Says, "Look, Mom, I made Jimmy," and she's like, "Oh, that's okay," you know. I don't think she was actually interested. To be honest, I can't really blame her, because to be honest, this doesn't look good anymore. To be honest, but at the time, I was like, "That looks pretty good." But now looking back, yeah, I butchered this poor Thomas model. Yeah. So, yeah. However, I did made this. This is my newer custom of Jinty, or should I say Jimmy. He was made from the same tooling as this one, but I actually... Now, the reason I didn't just redo this Jimmy is because I didn't have the heart to do it, to remake him at the time. I made this back in 2020, I think. Yeah, it was 2020, during the lockdown period. So, he's a pretty good model. He's way better than that one. But when I do make the Jimmy the Jinty movie, none of them are going to be used. Because I really want to use like a Tomy or Hit Toys version of Thomas, you know, to make him look good, to make him look really good for the camera. But let me know if you like this model of Jimmy or not, and I'll show you a picture on what Jimmy actually looks like. So here, boys and girls, is what Jimmy actually looks like. So I say the first model was a decent attempt, but the second one I think I got a little bit better. But let me know if you think I should just use the custom I already have or just remake him. Let me know. Okay, let me just get them out of the way. Next up, we got Fred. Fred the 4F. Oh, Fred. I made him out of my Tommy James, my childhood one. And let me tell you, I could not have been more stupid. Because after I made Jimmy, I realized I wanted to make the others. Unfortunately, I had a really limited sources. I was getting to Trackmaster Revolution at the time, and I thought, the newer models are way better. Screw the old ones. So instead of just selling them, I customized them. So I thought, maybe I'll take my old Tommy James and turn him into Fred the 4F. Yeah. And that's what I did. I'm so sorry. I even customized his face to make him look older, which doesn't look good. But I do like the idea that I use this for 4F, but I think it was executed poorly, and the paint is really coming off. In fact, it's not even paint, it's literally drawn up in Sharpie. Yeah. So, let me show you for what Fred looks like. Okay, so here's what Fred looks like, and he looks nothing like my old model. So, if I do make Fred again, I'll probably might either reuse that model or just turn him into John. Yeah, that's probably likely what I'm going to do. Alright, next model. Now, you might be thinking this is either Richard or Roger, but you're wrong. This is actually my custom of Terry, and oh boy, I butchered Terry so much. Now, you might be wondering, Team Zog, what happened to your model of Henry? Well, at some point, my model of Henry and Edward kind of broke. The couples, they still work, but it was basically the engine was dragging the tender. So I thought, I know, I'll turn my old Henry into Terry, the standard 5, even though Henry looks nothing like a standard 5. So yeah, I just choose Terry over Richard Roger because I didn't want to separate the twins, and I thought Terry's a much better character than both of them. So that's what I did. This poor toy was butchered by a 11-year-old child with a permanent marker. And here is what Terry looks like. And he looks nothing like my old model. In fact, if I was going to redo Terry, I'll probably just use a Murdoch shell and customize it from there. But if you think these models are bad, we're not even over. Next up, we have Arthur. I use my old Tommy Gordon, and let me tell you, Arthur is not an A4 Pacific. In fact, he's not even an LNR design. So why did I use this? Because I didn't have any other Henry, so I just said, screw it, I'll just pretend this is a Patriot or Royal Scot. Yeah, this looks like Arthur. In fact, I didn't even have green Sharpie pens. I had to use the old blue. And then I got green and I thought I'd just blend them in, but it just looks bad. It just looks really, really bad. I even tried to do his eyebrows and it just looks bad. And here is what Arthur looks like. And if I'm ever going to do him, I'm probably just going to get another Henry. Finally, we have Robin. And let me tell you, if you thought making Arthur and LNER Pacific is bad, then I made Robin a 4402. I think that's what his real arrangement is. And same story as Arthur. Had to use blue, but then change green, and it kind of looks like it turned to black a bit at the front. It's just a really bad model. I think he suffered worse from the tender loss than Terry or Henry or whatever. And here is what Robin looks like. And if I'm ever going to redo him, I'll probably just use a James with a Neville tender. And even though this is not a Jimmy the Jinty character, it feels wrong not to include him. Here's Pug. And he was made around the same time as Jimmy, my newer one, and his British Royal logo came off, and that's really unfortunate. I do want to redo him, probably find his missing coupler and give him a back one. Although, Pug looks way better than these models. So yeah, that was my video on my childhood models of Jimmy the Jinty. Let me know what you think of them, and yeah. So, subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and yeah, five years on YouTube. Woohoo!